Hey, okay, so I just wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys about one of the holiday releases that Seint has this year, and it's called the Confection collection. So this collection comes with 4 different lip and cheek shades. So they've got Black Cherry, Plum, Sangria, and Candy. Now I have got them all displayed in one of Seint's compacts right here, but when you get this collection, they actually come in their individual tins. And if you have ever seen Seint's packaging, you know that it is always on point. And that's what they've done with this collection. They've got it all bundled up, the 4 different tins, in this really cute little packaging that kind of looks like a Christmas candy. So I actually really love the combination of colors that they're including in this collection because I feel like it has something for everyone and it's well suited for all the different times of the year. So this palette has a mix of glosses. It also has a couple of matte shades. It's obviously got some bolder shades and some deeper tones, but then it's also got like softer, lighter tones as well as something that is a little bit more neutral. And like I said, I feel like it just allows you to have a lot of versatility in your color palette and kind of mix up your looks depending on what you're going for, the time of year, and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna put each of these colors on and then I'll also do a swatch so that way you guys can get a better gauge of what each of these shades looks like. So I'm gonna start with this shade right here. This color is called Sangria. So Sangria is one of our matte shades. As you can tell, it's got a lot of pigment to it and it's a very pretty berry color. Now, I personally am not a huge fan of matte shades on myself. I prefer something that's a little bit more glossy. So I've actually got just a clear gloss on my lips. It's just one of these Tarte Juicy Lips in the clear color. And so I've got that on my lips first. And when I do that, what I do is I will just put my finger on this shade. You can see how pigmented that is. And then I will just tap it onto my lips on top of that gloss. And then I can just rub it in to get a really pretty berry color on my lips. Now I kind of went in with a little bit more of like a medium pigment. I didn't put it on super light, but I also didn't put it on really heavy. And this kind of gives you a lot of flexibility. If you want something that's a little bit lighter and softer, you can just tap on with a very small amount of pigment and just get a really light shade. Or if you want something that's a little bit deeper, then you can apply a little bit more product. So I'm gonna put on a little bit more just so you can see how much depth of color you can get with these shades. So as you can see, you can definitely go a lot more bold with a color like this, just depending on, like I said, how much product you put on your lips. And then here is a swatch of this color as well, just to kind of give you guys a better gauge of what this color looks like. And again, this shade is called Sangria. It's part of the Confection collection that Seint has released for the holidays, but you can also grab this as an individual shade. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this shade off and I'm gonna show you the other shades. Okay, so the next shade I'm gonna show you is this one right here. This one is called Candy. This one is just a really pretty soft pink. I feel like this is the perfect shade for spring and summer, or if you're just wanting something that is really nice and a little soft pop of pink, but without it being too overwhelming to your look. So I'm just gonna rub my finger in this and then I'm just gonna apply this to my lips. This is one of Seint's glossy shades. So when you put it on, it's just super creamy and super smooth and silky to apply. And it's such a pretty color. Like I said, it just gives a really nice, pretty pop of pink. And then here is a swatch of that shade next to Sangria, just to give you a better gauge of what this color looks like. And again, this shade is called Candy. You can get it in the Holiday Confection collection that Seint has, or you can buy it as an individual shade as well. Now, this next color I'm gonna show you is called Black Cherry, and I'm so glad they included this shade in this collection because I feel like Black Cherry is one of Seint's hidden gems. It's a shade that when people first see it, because it looks so dark in the tin, they are terrified of it. But the second they put it on, they fall instantly in love. Okay, so this one right here is Black Cherry. Probably not what you expected, right? So it has these beautiful, rich undertones. I feel like it pulls a little bit of like a red, but also has a lot of purple to it. And it's just such a pretty color. It's also a glossy shade, so it goes on super smooth. And it's, again, just one of those shades that people fall in love with as soon as they try it. Okay, and then here is a swatch of Black Cherry. I actually love seeing it in the swatch form because I feel like it gives you a better idea of those purple undertones that I was referring to. And again, this is another shade. It's included in the Confection collection, but you can also get it as an individual color. So last but not least is this shade right here. This one is called Plum, and honestly, this is probably one of my all-time favorite Seint Lip and Cheek shades. So because these products are all cream based, these lip and cheek shades can double as both a blush as well as a lip color, hence the name Lip and Cheek, right? Well, I have been using Plum on my cheeks. I've got it on today, and I have been using it probably for about 2 months straight on my cheeks because I absolutely love this color, and especially for this time of year, I feel like it is the perfect shade for fall and winter. Now, if you have followed me for a minute, you know that I'm a huge color mixer. I'm always combining different shades together. And so it's really hard for me because when people ask me what I'm wearing on my cheeks, I'm always like, oh, it's a little bit of this color and this color, this color. But to kind of give you a true testament to how amazing Plum is, I never mix anything with Plum on my cheeks. I just do straight Plum because it's just that good. And as you can see, Plum is equally as good on the lips. I'm telling you, this is a color that everybody should have, whether you get it in the Confection collection, which is a fantastic collection to get for the holidays, or you buy it as an individual shade. Plum is definitely one you need in your makeup arsenal. And then here is Plum swatched out next to these other ones, again, just to give you a better gauge of what this shade looks like. So if you're looking for something for yourself for the holidays, or if you have somebody on your Christmas list and you're not really sure to get them, I would highly recommend checking out this Confection collection. Again, it's got these gorgeous shades in it: Black Cherry, Plum, Sangria, and Candy. All of them can be purchased individually, but you can get them in this bundle deal for a discounted price, and the packaging on it is absolutely darling, making it the perfect gift for this holiday season. And then while I have you, I am actually gonna show you one other lip and cheek shade. This is separate from this holiday collection, but it is a holiday release that I would highly recommend grabbing while it's available. So it is this shade right here. This one is called Ever Red, and this is a shade that Seint only releases during the holiday season. So Ever Red is Seint's shade of the month for the month of November, which means you've only got this month to purchase it before it's gone again. And without fail, I always have customers all throughout the year asking me if they can get access to this shade because it is such a favorite. So this is what Ever Red looks like on. Just like Sangria, it's got a lot of depth of color to it. So you can put it on a little bit lighter, or you can go on it with a little bit more pigment like this, but it is such a gorgeous color. It is perfect for the holiday season. So I definitely, like I said, recommend grabbing it right now while you can, because after November, this shade is gonna be gone until Christmas season of 2023. So I will go ahead, I will link everything that I've used. I've got the Confection collection, but I also link them as individual colors. So that way, if you're wanting to just get a single shade, you can grab a single shade, but I will link the whole bundle because it is an amazing deal on sale during the holiday season as something you can give as a gift. And then I will also link Ever Red, which is only available through the month of November. I'm also going to include a link to my color match form, so that way if you are interested in any of the other Seint products that I use, I can actually help give you a custom color match and give you a breakdown of everything that I recommend to get started with Seint's 3D foundation. And then if you're interested in the business side of Seint and want to learn a little bit more about the artist program, which is something that I'm a part of, I will also include a link with more information about Seint's artist program. And if it's something that you decide would be a good fit for you, I would absolutely love to work with you here in Seint and be your mentor to help you get started.